Some of you know I do my favorite vegan news of the year at the end or the beginning of every year. Recently, I've encountered a lot of really cool news stories that I've wanted to talk about. And then I'd think, oh, well, I'll save that for the end of the year. I don't know. It seems kind of silly. I don't have to do that. I don't know why I made that rule for myself. Of course, I'll still do my, best of 2025 at the end of the year. But there's no rule saying I can't talk about stuff now. So yeah, considering that, I don't know, I'm a little bit sad about some of the stuff going on right now, it's maybe a good time for some good news. A true vegan gelatin may finally be within reach. So this is fun timing given that recent video and the marshmallows and the gelatin marshmallows. In a study published in Physics of Fluids by, I don't like that, by AIP Publishing, the research team explored the use of gum tragacanth, a plant-based polysaccharide, as a potential substitute for gelatin in edible films. Delicious. And they point out this is not the first attempt at creating vegan gelatin. And I'm trying to think when I first heard about vegan gelatin. It's been a few years now. And of course it was kind of hyped up like it's coming. And I'm like, where is it? Geltor, I think, was the big one I remember hearing about. They used precision fermentation, I believe. Bacteria and yeast to produce gelatin through precision fermentation. Yeah, these things take time. And as I've said before, it's cool to read the news, but don't always believe when it's like, we're going to have this by 2025. Assume it's Elon Musk saying it, right? And just assume, no. It's going to take a lot longer. Anyway, this latest study takes a more precise approach, replicating gelatin's behavior at the microstructural level. Gelatin has unique properties and its use is versatile. It's a co-author. I'm not going to try to say the name. To fully replace gelatin, we must replicate its microstructure and understand its function in different applications. So the polysaccharide they're using comes from certain legumes. Pretty cool. It's already used in some food and pharmaceutical applications. And so they're doing this by combining the two, using layers of gelatin with the layers of the tragacanth, however you say it. And they said 3 parts to 1 part gelatin gave a lot of the properties you want from gelatin, right? That kind of bouncy chewiness, but it also made the film more porous, meaning they were easier for moisture to seep into and break down. Cargill has introduced Ligome PM600, an ingredient solution combining pectin and pea protein designed to fully replace gelatin in products like vegan jellies and marshmallows. So there are a bunch of companies working on vegan gelatin/collagen products. Cool. The implications of this work stretch beyond food. As the market for plastic-free packaging grows, edible films are gaining attention as sustainable alternatives. A super fun one that I am surprised by but not surprised by. Denny's has plant-based pancakes. All of their locations, $11.99 for the plant-based pancake slam. That seems like a lot. $12 for pancakes? So this actually debuted in March, so very quiet, I guess. I don't know. This is the first I'm hearing about it from Veg News. Multigrain wheat pancakes, so it's plant-based. It's got to be healthy, I guess. Cinnamon, flax seeds, brown sugar, served with crispy hash browns and seasonal fruit. Okay, so it's not just the pancakes. Right, that's what slam means, right? The last time I had any sort of breakfast thing at a restaurant, I don't even know. So 2 pancakes, potatoes, and fruit. Could be worse. Throw some scrambled tofu in there. I'd pay $12. Now, they're saying plant-based, which of course doesn't necessarily mean vegan, but they did confirm to Veg News that they are free from milk and egg. I would assume vegan. What would you just throw in some gelatin? Yeah, so very likely vegan. Oh, so they have tried other vegan stuff. They added Beyond Burger to US and Canadian locations in 2020. I'm guessing they don't still have that. I think most of the restaurants that have added Beyond don't have it anymore because it just didn't sell, unfortunately. They also trialed Dr. Prager's California Veggie Patty in 2023. Denny's plant-based pancake slam stands out as a rare, fully plant-based entree served as is at a legacy diner chain known for breakfast. That's a good point, right? The whole thing, you just order it and it's vegan. That's pretty cool. Was it the Whopper? Impossible Whopper? Do they still even have that? I don't know. But that comes with like cheese, doesn't it? You have to say no cheese. Cool. I hope it does well. I don't imagine many vegans eating that because how many vegans go to to Denny's at all, but of course the sales of these things aren't really driven by vegans, right? It's, meat reducers, flexitarians, or just curious people trying them. So yeah, hopefully a lot of people try it. This next one I was super excited about at first, but then I read more into it and it's not super exciting, but I thought I'd share it anyway. Violife, we love Violife. We pretty much always have at least one Violife product in our fridge. I know we have Parmesan right now. I know we have some of the slices. They have launched a protein-rich cheddar alternative in the UK. You can see the packaging here. Good source of protein, 30% less fat than regular, cow cheddar cheese. So of course I'm thinking, good source of protein, like how much protein are we talking about here? 2.9 grams per 30 grams. An ounce of regular cheddar cheese is like 7 grams, so not even half. Now, it is significantly more than the other vegan cheeses, which are typically 0 to 1 gram max. Now that I think about it, the Miyoko's slices that had more protein, do you guys remember those from a few years ago when Miyoko was still part of the company? And then she was like, these aren't up to my standard. And so they removed them. We actually liked them. My kids liked them. And the cheese sticks too, my kids liked. I think those had like 3 grams per slice. I take it back. I am excited about it because it's innovation and yeah, it's cool. The protein's coming from lentils, by the way. And I think in the Miyoko's, I don't think it was lentil. Man, what was it? Wait, if you go to the Miyoko's website, it says oat milk slices. Okay, the original weren't oat milk, right? Because that was before the whole oat milk craze, I think. Protein 0 grams. These are not the original. Don't I have a video about them? I think I made a video because I was so excited because the taste was like fairly cheddary, right? I found the video, 5 years old. And yeah, I was wrong. It is mostly oat milk and navy beans, garbanzo beans for the protein. And yeah, 3 grams of protein per slice. UN Climate Conference serves mostly vegan and vegetarian food. Caterers at the UN's June climate meetings have made the decision to serve mainly vegan and vegetarian food this year to reduce the environmental impact of the event. The 5,000 delegates attending the climate conference will be served a lunch menu that is 57% vegan, 14% vegetarian, while snacks will be 37% vegan, 46% vegetarian. This is not the first time this has happened with climate events, climate conferences. But yeah, good to see. Juicy Marbles has teamed up with another brand to bring cod, plant-based cod, to the US. Juicy Marbles are the ones who make the whole cut steak pork type things. I have a video trying those out. Overall, I'm a fan. Not a fan of the price, of course. I would love to see them in the US in store for hopefully cheaper. A lot cheaper, maybe? Probably not. Oh, and my dad did order some after my video, and he said, yeah, it's good, but expensive. The collaboration with Revo Foods is Juicy Marble's first entry into co-branded offerings, extending its reach and diversifying its product range. They're calling it the Kinda Cod Filet. I like that. That's cute. Raw, unseasoned fish alternative made from fermented mycoprotein. So like the quark? No, what's it called? Corn. So initially it's going to be available online on the US store. I assume they have intention of bringing it to retail, but who knows when that will happen, if that will even happen. I would love to say I'll order some and try it, but have I ever tried anything fishy on this channel? I was not a big fish eater. Neither was partner. If he was, I'd order some. Juicy Marble's co-founder noted that many existing plant-based fish products rely on breading or rubbery textures. Rubbery texture. I don't know. I don't mind rubbery texture. But when we cooked Revo's cod, it flaked into tender pieces like a proper fillet. I don't want that. I don't want that. Had the subtle, not too oceany flavor we always hoped for, and it's perhaps the only fish alternative we felt we could use in serious cookery. Cookery. I love that word. Oh, it's being marketed as rich in nutrients, including omega-3 fatty acids, as well as vitamins B12, B6, and folate, along with dietary fiber. Awesome. Okay, and they're using the Juicy Marbles packaging, the orange and black kind of look. This is really cool. Korean scientists developed marbled, cultivated meat using self-healing scaffolding technology. And I'm about to read a bunch of stuff that I don't even... What are they saying? They describe in the paper the use of self-healing hydrogels containing boronic acid conjugated chitosan. Of course, I love me some chittisan. This achieves robust, reversible bonding at a neutral pH, unlike conventional hydrogels, which require non-physiological conditions for strong reversible bonding. Each hydrogel variant optimizes mechanotransduction, the conversion of a mechanical stimulus into chemical activity. Okay, so it's just a big word. That's not too hard to understand. For the differing requirements of fat and muscle cell culture. So they've confirmed that it does support growth of mouse-derived and bovine-derived cells and enables this meat with, tiny little marbling patterns, right? Instead of like the juicy marbles that has obvious like layers, with the oily like fat for the marbling. Furthermore, organoleptic and nutritional properties can be adjusted without the need for meat glues or processing equipment. So they say here muscle and fat had to be cultivated separately, right? And then combined, which is not meat, right? Not how meat is made. The new scaffolds are said to create a more authentic meat-like appearance and texture resembling the intricate marbling found in steak. Furthermore, the muscle and fat layers have been observed to have strong adhesion that cannot be easily broken. So again, like I showed with juicy marbles, you can kind of like unroll it. And obviously they are specifically talking about cultivated meat. Juicy marbles is not a cultivated meat product, but yeah, I mean, really cool, right? Another thing that like I'm not going to eat. I don't care. I don't want marbling. Ew. Not for me, but if it helps people eventually eat less animals, harm less animals, awesome. Finally, this is just so cool and interesting to me because I didn't even know Massive Attack were still around. I didn't even know. Massive Attack gig to serve a fully plant-based menu. I really love their song that plays. It plays in the shower scene in Tank Girl when she's cleaning herself with the sand. I just love that scene because I was always like, man, I would love to just clean myself with sand. I wish that were a thing. Like you don't get all wet. It sounds great. But yeah, I really like that song. That whole soundtrack is so good. Even the bad Ice-T song is so good. English trip-hop band Massive Attack will perform this June at Manchester's Co-op Live Arena, and in a first for the UK's largest indoor venue, only plant-based food will be served. All 7 of the arena's kitchens will offer vegan options like loaded fries, burgers, and hot dogs, aligning with the brand's efforts to reduce the event's climate impact. It says they're also going to get there by train instead of by plane. Super cool. I've heard a couple other things. Didn't Billie Eilish, maybe the whole thing was vegan. I thought she just had like more vegan foods at a certain venue while she performed, but maybe it was fully vegan. Anyway, I feel rejuvenated. Rejuvenated. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Please do like and subscribe if you did. Really does help out the channel. And of course, thank you so much to everyone who supports the channel, all of my members here on YouTube and my patrons at patreon.com/unnaturalvegan. I do post 2 exclusive videos a month for tier 2 members and patrons. I do a vlog, which I just posted for this month a few days ago, and I do a controversial topic towards the end of the month. That's it for me. Thanks, guys. New video soon. I did eat something fishy, the tuna. Right, I did like was it the Good Catch tuna? I didn't eat a whole lot of it. Like after a while, it's like, oh, okay. Okay, and plus partner was like, I don't like the smell of it. Please stop. It was so cute this morning. I was with my 3-year-old and I was like, oh, I gotta get a new book because I finished the book I was reading last night. You have books? They're all back here, basically. I don't like keep them out, and they were just floored. They had no idea that I also read books. So then they're like, let me see. Is it a paper book? I'll be careful. Let me see. Like there's no pictures. It's just all words. It's boring. They're like, I don't care. Let me see. They're saying thank you all the time. No, it's so sweet. I was like, yeah, you have a lot of books. You have more books than me. And they were like, yeah, thank you. Just this morning, my 6-year-old was like, Mommy, come cuddle. I was like, I'm sorry, I have to go work. And then my 3-year-old was like, oh, hold on, I'll come cuddle. And they like went to pick up the mess they made with all their toys. Oh my gosh. I'm not even sure which part is cuter, the cuddling or the, wait, I need to pick up my mess.